Hey house guests, welcome to today's BB Can 6 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Haley Milne. Haley, thank you so much for the support. We really appreciate it, and I hope you're having a great day, great start to the weekend. And if you guys want to be house guest of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Oh my god, we have so much to talk about. Last night, Merritt was evicted by a vote of 5-3, and I feel bad because he's nice, but like he wasn't adding anything to the game. So moving on, sorry. There's gonna be a viewer vote this week, or maybe even next week. The way it works, apparently, like we're gonna vote if we want to save one of the nominees or not. If it's a no, we're gonna have the option again next week. So I like that they're not like forcing the twist to happen, but I mean, is it even possible that the voters are going to be like, no, we don't want the twist twice in a row? I really doubt it. I feel like we will have a nominee saved either this week or next week, which is kind of like, ugh, because of what's going on right now. So anyway, you'll see. The HOH competition was shown on feeds last night. Yay! So you had to like reach up and hold your button down, as we saw at the end of the show, and there were some glitches, so they did have to like restart the competition, but then it was fine. So thank you so much for letting us watch. Okay. They also offered the house guests some temptations throughout the competition to try and get them to drop out, and there was a little bit of hell sprinkled in there. For every 5 minutes that the house guests stayed in, they had an extra hour of slop for the week. But when you think about it, that's not a lot. I mean, the longest this competition is going to go is like a few hours. So it's going to be like a day, maybe like 2 of slop. It's not a big deal. So anyway, the first temptation that Big Brother offered them was for a pizza party for the house. No one took it because they already get so many reward meals already. Who freaking cares? They're probably going to have pizza tomorrow. Okay, second temptation. $1,000 cash. Paris, her hands were freaking dripping. She has that condition that makes her hands super sweaty. She was like, there's no way I'm going to win this. So she went for that $1,000 and she got it. Okay, everybody else still in it. Third temptation. This one was a little bit different. If nobody went and hit their buzzer, the whole house was going to have to take cold showers for 48 hours. Ooh! So nobody went for it, which means they're going to be shivering in those showers. That sucks. Okay, you know what else sucks? Like getting eliminated from the competition and not getting one of the temptations. That really sucks. Ryan was the next one out. I think it was a little bit under an hour since the competition started. Yeah, it really sucks to not get a prize, right? There were a few people who didn't get anything. So the next temptation was a slop pass for the rest of the season, which I feel like I'm a little bit surprised nobody went for that. But unfortunately for Maddie, she was the next one out. I think she fell like a few minutes after that temptation was closed. So she was like a freaking crying mess. She's like, I could have won that. I lost my focus for 1 second when I switched R's, but like I know I could have won that. I could have stayed up for like 2 more hours. Well, you didn't, okay? You lost. So, sorry. So then the next temptation, safety for the week. You know who got that one? Freaking Derek, who's done nothing all season, and I gotta be safe. I gotta be safe. So he got it. And Allie was the next one out. Somebody who probably could have really used that safety. She was the next one out with no temptation. So then we're down to 4. We have Will, Johnny, Kayla, and Olivia left. And at this point, they are told you're not allowed to switch hands anymore. You have to keep the same one up there. And that was at like 9:43 p.m. So then a minute later comes the 6th temptation. A phone call from a loved one. Right meow. What? Okay, so everybody's like freaking out. Everybody starts crying. Like everybody on the sidelines like, oh my god, I missed it. And the people in the competition are like, so Kayla says something. It's a little bit difficult to hear exactly what she says, but I believe she said, all you guys drop right now. I will be the HOH. Let's let Will have the call because, you know, he wants to talk to his son. And everybody, you know, all 4 of us will be safe. I'll keep you guys safe if you let me be HOH. Oh. So Will hears safety Will phone call, and he's like, yeah, I'm going for it. So he gets the call, and he's out of the competition. Olivia and Johnny are still in it. So, deal or no deal? What does your briefcase say? Okay, we're gonna come back to that. But anyway, Johnny wants to stick around for another temptation, but he's eliminated for switching hands. Ooh, did he forget about that, or did he want to throw it? Because he did say to Kayla a few times, like, I don't really want this, but I want to see if there's another temptation. I guess he blew it. I don't know. So then a few minutes later, Kayla and Olivia are still hanging on there. They're still competing. But then they hear these voices over the loudspeaker because Will is getting his phone call from home. They're just like, hello? Okay, it was like really hard to understand what they were saying. First of all, they have these heavy-ass Newfoundland accents. Just think of Will talking to you on the phone. That's hard enough as it is, no offense. But then they're talking over the loudspeaker, so it's like, so like nobody could understand what they're saying except for Will, of course. And even at times he was like, hey, you guys keep talking over each other, I don't know what's happening. So he did get to talk to his son, which was super sweet. He was like, hi Daddy. And apparently his son is getting a dog, yay. And his family tells him everybody's cheering you on at home. They talked about shit legs? I don't know what that was, but everybody was laughing about it. I guess that's like some story that Will told or something. I don't know, but there was a lot of crying from the other house guests, especially like Maddie, because she's always crying like that. And Paris, Ryan was very emotional. Will got a pretty long phone call. It lasted like 6 or 7 minutes, so good for him. So then that ends. Competition's still going on, and Erica announces, okay, there are no more temptations, so it's just up to Olivia and Kayla. How bad do you want it? So Kayla and Olivia start whispering a little bit. I can't really tell what they're saying, but I do hear Olivia say to Kayla, pick me for Wendy's. And Kayla says, okay, sure. So Olivia drops out at 10:07. So I think the competition lasted a little bit under 2 hours, I want to say. And Kayla is this week's HOH. Oh my god. This is kind of exciting, guys, because it feels like a power shift. And Kayla is taking no shit from anyone. So it's pretty exciting. Okay, so after the competition's over, Will is just like, is it riding high or flying high? Either way. I guess flying high is like if you're on drugs. So he's riding high from his phone call, and he thinks that he's safe. So like everything is right in his world right now, but is he really safe? Because all last week, Kayla was saying that she wants to put up Will and Johnny with Will as the target. And there's a little bit of debate if that was an actual deal or not during the HOH competition. So Kayla and Olivia were celebrating in the bathroom area. And Kayla's like, what were you saying during the competition? I couldn't understand you. And Olivia's like, oh, I was just kind of like mumbling so it would look like we were making a deal. She says, honestly, she was just in it for a prize. So when she heard that there were no more temptations, she was like, eh. But she didn't want to drop out right away. So she had to make it look like, oh, I want to make a deal. And also, that would cover up that they're, like, already working together anyway. Okay, so then Kayla's like, yeah, it's going to be a great week. The two of us, Derek, Allie, and Erica, are all fine this week. We have nothing to worry about. And then they were saying that they didn't want Johnny to win this because they weren't sure, like, exactly what he was going to do. And Kayla's wondering, too, like, did Johnny throw that? Because he was next to Kayla, and he kept saying that he didn't want to win it. And then he switched hands. And could he have possibly forgotten that they changed that rule? I don't know. But it seems like Johnny is feeling a little bit worried right now. He's asking Erica, do you think I'm good with Kayla? And she's like, yeah. And then Johnny's like, 100%? Erica says, yeah, 100%. I don't think so. So I don't think Johnny believes that either, because then he starts looking around for a secret veto. He's checking the clouds in the bathroom. He's checking the roses in the bedroom. Everybody's going for those roses. So then Johnny, Erica, and Allie were talking in the red bedroom. And Johnny's like, do you think Kayla's going to go after Ryan? I mean, he was saying all last week that he was going to target Dayla, so it makes sense, right? But then they talk about how Kayla was saying that she was going to keep Ryan around because everybody just wants him if they're going to vote to keep him. why is she going to go after him this week? They're just going to vote out the other person. And also, she's spiteful. So, they're not really sure what to make of that. But Erica's like, no, there's no way that she's actually going to let Ryan stay in this house when she and Derek are his number 1 and 2 targets. It doesn't make sense. It would be detrimental to her game to keep him. Well, you don't really know Kayla, do you? So then Johnny is like, do you think that Will and Paris are going to tell Kayla about the 6? Are they going to throw us under the bus? Erica says, the power of denial is a powerful thing. Which sounds a little bit redundant, but I know what she means. It means lying. So, she brings up that Dayla denied the Fives Company alliance, so she doesn't really feel bad lying about stuff like that to them. Okay, so then feeds were down for a little while Kayla got her HOH room, and then later, Olivia and Kayla were chatting in the red bedroom, and Olivia's like, what should I do? How should I act? Should I, like, be nervous that I'm gonna go up on the block? And Kayla's like, no, you only need to act a little bit nervous, because I was saying all last week that I want to keep around you and Allie for the triple, so it wouldn't make sense for me to take you out anyway. You don't have to play it up like that. But they're really interested to see whose names get thrown around this week. Obviously, a lot of people are going to be saying to put up Ryan. A lot of people are going to be throwing out Allie and Liv as the other duo. So she's ready to watch the fireworks, and she's ready to be all, yeah. Okay, so Kayla tells Olivia, I don't really want to put up Ryan this week, partially to spite people and partially because I want to do some other shit. So she says she's going to talk to everybody before she decides, but I don't see her putting up Ryan. Okay, so then Olivia fills Allie in on this info, and Allie's like, what? She's not really happy about it. She says that's stupid because she really wants Ryan out, but I don't think it's going to happen this week. So Olivia says, yeah, but Kayla may put up Johnny. And Allie's like, what? She thinks they should subtly push for Johnny to potentially go this week because they're like, let's face it, we can't go to the end with Johnny and Erica. They are really great competitors. They've got resumes building up already, and Olivia agrees, and they talked about this last week, so it's already been brewing here. So then later, Kayla and Derek are strategizing in the HOH room, and Kayla says, again, she's not putting up Ryan this week, but she definitely wants to talk to him more, find out some more details about what happened last week, because they talked a little bit before yesterday's eviction, and Ryan was telling them how people were basically saying, unless you tell us that you're targeting Dayla next week, we're voting you out. So Kayla was very intrigued by that. She wants to hear more. So then they were saying that they think that Will still needs to go, even though she kind of made this deal with him during the HOH competition. And Kayla's like, yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to put Will up with Johnny because Will's not going to go home against anybody else. Johnny's like the only person that would be safe against him. Okay, so then Kayla says she's pretty sure she's going to put up Johnny and Will, so she's going to try to make some deals with Ryan, Maddie, and Paris this week to make sure they're going to be safe next week when she can't play for HOH anymore. Alright, so today, the house guests got their slot punishments from the HOH competition, so of course Erica and Kayla still get to eat. The lowest was Paris, whose punishment was only like 2 hours, and then the highest was Olivia. I think hers was, I don't know the exact time for hers, but it was like around a day, I guess, because the competition was like 2 hours long or so. So, yeah, it would be like around 24 hours if it was 2 hours. I don't know, whatever. Okay, so yeah, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Okay, so then it's time for the HOH chats with Kayla to begin. Ryan is up first, and they're talking about the deal that Kayla may or may not have made with Will from the HOH competition. And Kayla explains that deal was for everybody to drop, which means I would get HOH, Will would get the phone call, and the 3 people that were in the competition still with her would all be safe. But nobody agreed to the deal. You know, before they made any kind of agreement, Will just dropped and took the call. So it's not valid. Oh, shit. Okay, so then Ryan was saying how people were firing him up last week to target Dayla, and he was told that he would go home if he didn't agree to do it. And Kayla is saying that she and Derek did not decide to vote him out until they heard that Ryan was targeting them. Is that true, though? I don't know if that's totally true. I felt like they wanted Ryan out pretty much the whole time, but they weren't, like, really campaigning for it until they heard that Ryan was going to target them. So then they're like, oh, crap. People were trying to pit us against each other so that we would take each other out. So, of course, Maddie bursts into the room while they're having this conversation, and she's like, I'm next! Ah! So Kayla's like, okay, see you soon. So then, after Maddie's gone, Ryan starts freaking singing like a bird. He reveals that Maddie was the first one to tell him to shift his target to Dayla so that people would keep him. And then she told him, go talk to Johnny, go talk to Paris and Will, and let them know that you flipped your target. So they were all involved in that, and Kayla's like, good to know. Okay, so then Maddie comes in next. She knows what you did. She knows what you did last week. So Maddie's basically like, if you don't put me up, I won't put you guys up. I have no reason to want you out. So cool, I guess we're good. Then she says, there's nothing that Ryan won't say or do to stay in this house, and if he's your target, I'm supportive of that. Okay, so then Kayla freaking goes in. Oh my god. This was like... So Kayla said, I know there were a lot of people trying to force someone's hand last week to target me and Derek, and I know that you were one of those people who wanted us out. Oh my god, it was crazy. So Maddie was like, no, I wanted Ryan to stay because I knew that if he won HOH, he wouldn't put me up. Yeah, because you told him to put up Derek and Kayla. Duh. So Kayla's like, no, you wanted him to do the dirty work for you if you didn't win HOH. Okay, so Maddie is denying it. She says, you and Derek are the only ones that I feel like I can be honest and straightforward with, blah, blah, blah. She is like freaking pulling everything she can out of her ass. And Kayla's like, just so you know, a lot of people talk about you and mention your name. So Maddie's like, what? I guess I'm gonna have to figure out who's doing that. It's your own allies. Okay, and everybody else. But seriously, your own allies. Everybody's talking about Maddie. Okay, so then that didn't go well. So next in is Johnny. She knows what you did too. So Kayla, again, starts off by saying like, yeah, I know that, or sorry, I want to let you know that people have been dropping your name. She's spreading a lot of paranoia. She also brings up hearing that he wanted her and Derek out. You know, the whole Ryan plot. And Johnny's like, that's a joke. He said, of course, everybody's talking about you two all the time, but I'm just saying what people want to hear. You know, I don't actually want to take you out, and like nobody else has the guts to do it anyway. Like, come on, it's just a joke. So Johnny is just like, wait, who's throwing my name out? Like, he keeps asking. He's like, was it Allie? Was it Maddie? Who was it? And Kayla is just freaking laughing, which is not a good look. But she will not tell him. He's freaking out, and he's like, oh my god, are you putting me up? And she says, like, I'm not going to tell anybody that they're safe until I decide, which is BS, because she's told a few people that they're safe. But Johnny is definitely on her short list to go up on the block. So Johnny is denying rallying people last week to take a shot at Dayla. He is freaking squirming. He's shook. He's quaking. He's freaking out that he might go up on the block this week. Okay, so then it's Will's turn to talk to Kayla. He's also denying the Ryan plot. So then he's like, I don't give a shit. Like, am I safe for the week? We made this deal. What's going on? So Kayla's like, yeah, that's not what I said for the deal. So, like, I haven't decided yet who's going up. And he's just like, what? Like, he is pissed. He said, I could have lasted a lot longer in that comp if I didn't drop out. And I did that because you told me that I was going to be safe. So Kayla's like, okay, if you won HOH, would you have put up me and Derek? And Will says, no. Come on. He says, you have my word that I would not put you up. Kayla brings up multiple times that Will has gone back on his word. I mean, like, it's true. He has so many times. He's the freaking one that was like, oh, I promised this person I wasn't gonna say anything, but I had my fingers crossed, or I had my toes crossed. Yeah, so she brings up the Jesse vote. You were working with him. You said you weren't gonna vote him out, and you did. The Ryan vote. You blah, 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 whatever. Okay, so yeah, she called him out, and he was just like, no. He was coming up with excuses for it, but she was not buying it. So he's just like, if you're gonna put me up, whatever. I'm gonna call everybody out. Oh boy. So he freaking leaves in a huff. Kayla is laughing as he's leaving. It's nuts. Okay, so then Will and Johnny are both freaking the freak out in the red bedroom. Will's like, she made a deal with me, blah, 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 blah. And they both want to know who's been throwing them under the bus because they are ready to freaking lose it. So Allie's like, guys, keep your cool. Kayla is just trying to feel things out, see who's throwing whose names out there. Like, let's just relax. So then Allie goes to the HOH to talk to Kayla. And, of course, we know that Allie and Kayla are cool. Especially with the bonding that they did last week in trying to get rid of Ryan. So Allie's like, we only have probably 4 weeks left, so we need to make some moves here. And Kayla's like, yeah, I know. She reveals that she's only really considering nominating people from the White Room and Johnny. You know, her group of 5 are safe right now. So then Allie starts hinting at backdooring Johnny. Oh, shit. And Kayla's like, yeah, I'm on the same page with that. So Allie's like, I don't think you should put Johnny up right away because there's a really good chance that he could win the power of veto, and he's gonna be really mad if he stays. So Kayla, I don't know if Kayla is still gonna like put him up right away or try to backdoor him, because it seems like she's thinking of him more as a pawn. I think she really wants to get Will out. But Kayla agrees Will or Johnny would win if they make it to the final 2 because they're so popular. So one of them is going to have to go. Again, I think Kayla is leaning more towards Will leaving, but I think Allie would like to see Johnny leave on the down low. So Kayla's just having a grand old time watching Johnny in the White Room people freak out and throw each other under the bus, which they are definitely doing. So then a little while later, Will comes back into the HOH room where Kayla, Derek, and Paris were already talking, and he's like, I'm not coming up here to make any promises. I'm not doing that, but I swear I will keep you safe next week if you keep me safe this week. I really doubt she's gonna fall for that, man. No freaking way. So then Allie, changing gears here, Allie is super pissed because she knows that Johnny does not trust her. She feels like she's at the bottom of his totem pole right now because Kayla told her that Johnny was asking if Allie was the one who's throwing his name out there. And she's really hung up on Johnny asking about Allie before Maddie. That's really bothering her. Yeah, so anyway, other than that, Kayla and Olivia had their Wendy's meal, and Olivia had a great time, so that's wonderful. Okay, and Will is searching for a secret veto. Sure. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna pick it up there tomorrow. I'm sure there's a lot of craziness yet to come today, and nominations should be later. I don't know if it's gonna be Will and Johnny or what. So it's gonna be a really exciting week, but I could just see this whole thing getting ruined by the twist. Do you guys think that's gonna happen too? Because I could just see it. They're about to get rid of Will, who, like, really bothers me for some reason. I feel like everybody acts like he's, like, this really nice guy, but, like, to me it just seems like there's a lot of underlying, like, misogyny, almost. I don't know. Do you guys get that sense, too? I don't like it. But anyway, I'm gonna be really pissed if this is all ruined by the twist. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. It should be exciting regardless. So until tomorrow, much love.